Greetings, welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for Cancer for the period 1st of May to 15 May. This is a general reading. I call on my spirit guide Swami and my other spirit guides. And whoever else wants to work with me from your side, your spirit guides. Queen of Cups, Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, World card. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer. These folk that are ruled by the moon. Interesting. We've got the Seven of Swords. I have to move these cards over. And we got the Six of Wands. Move it slightly down. Let's make sure I got all the cards in. And then we'll do the advice cards. It's a Ten of Staffs. It's a Fool card. And we're looking for one more card. The advice card. What advice card do we have for Cancer? All those Cancerians. All the Cancer souls. Can we please have an advice card for Cancer? So I see you've completed this double twice completion of a cycle. The first one is the world. You've done that 360. You started out as the Fool, you ended as the world. It's time to reflect back on what you've done. You know, you're closing off a cycle and you're entering into something new. Especially with the Ten of Staffs. You know, he's closed up now. Beautiful. And now we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's some sort of a gift, token, sort of token of affection. And overall energy, let's see. That's the Five of Staffs. So it looks as if there's going to be some, can we say dispute? Okay, some dispute. Right. As I said, we've done the completion. We are in a good place now because, you know, being the world, we've got that world energy. We've done the 360. And we've got the Queen of Cups energy here, which is an emotional energy, you know. I think you're weighing things up and there's a certain amount of emotions, you know, that you're considering, especially with your partner, your other half, your other Cancer person. We've got the Three of Swords, yes. So there could be a bit of sadness here. It's not a very pleasant card, it's a sad card. So I think we're going through a lot of emotion. And Cancer people are very emotional. So, I mean, you know, this is definitely a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. And yeah, again, we've got the Eight of Cups for Cancer's other person. That's going away, moving away. It could be just a metaphoric shift, a mind shift. We're going on, we're staying put, we're staying where we are. In the 3D, and we're transforming in the 5D, we're moving on, you know, gone through a whole metamorphosis of change. And our thoughts are different, our wants are different. You know, you've got a different perspective on things now. And that's the sort of, that's the emotion, that's what we're feeling. Now the Five of Swords. So this is a sneaky sort of energy. Something's gone, something's going on. Okay, there's either regret here. It looks as if there's a certain amount of regret here. it looks as if there's been collaboration. Yeah, there's been a collaboration here with the Five of Wands. And then you've got that, sorry, and then you've got that Five of Sword energy. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So something's gone down, and there we've got moving on there as well, with the Six of Swords. So yeah, as I said, there's a certain amount of regret here. But then if we weigh things up, we have a look at the next card. We've got the Six of Wands, which is it's a public address. On your other side, okay, so it's a public address, and it's something that's going to something that's going to be made known publicly, and it's a good achievement. You can see the wreath there, the wreath of honor. So it looks as if it's time to celebrate, but in a good way. I mean, things for your other partner, they've gone off good. And here's a token of appreciation that's been given by the Ace of Pentacles. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's that energy. You've been handed the partner's been handed a gift by the universe. He just has to receive it. You've done your lot. You bit off more than you can chew. You've packed everything up. You're carrying your load, and you know what? It's completion time. That's you. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of work, and I think you may have done this work single-handedly, or you may have got help. But it looks as if you've been carrying the can. You've taken on more than you can actually handle. A certain amount of demands have been placed on you to do with this relationship, and yeah, I think it's time that you've putting things down. You're wrapping it up, and you're closing the cycle, and you've got the energy of the World card. New beginnings, and this is new beginnings for the both of you. You've got that free moral agent energy, that the universe is with you. The walking out, going out on a limb, being that minimalistic person that's hardly got anything in the bag, and you're not worried. You're going off, and you're going to find your feet, and you're going to see what life has to offer you. That's the sort of energy you're in. So I'm going to use the Sash of Fentons deck to wow, isn't this wonderful? Well, not wonderful, but it's wonderful, how Spirit picks up these things. We've got the Three of Swords, and here we've got exactly the Three of Swords. So it's a confirmation that there's heartbreak on your side. And you're dealing with a lot of emotions right now. Someone's concerned about children. It could be the thought of children. It could be concerned about having children. It could be concern of actual children. It looks more that's on your partner's side than it is yours. Justice will be served. We put that with the Five of Swords. That's what we clarified as the Justice card. If there has been some unfair justice to your other person, there's going to be apology forthcoming for your person. Or if your person, on the other hand, hasn't been very good, to you, or you felt that he's been unjust in some way or the other, he's going to apologize to you. There's definitely justice, and I'd see it's married up with the Five of Swords, so it's definitely something gone down. Just want to see if we can clarify. Okay. That's a wish fulfillment card. Nine of Cups. Horseshoes. All your wishes being fulfilled for your other, your other partner. Let's just see, there's another card here. This card is the Eight of Swords. It speaks of being in a muddle. It speaks of a certain amount of restriction on your side. It speaks of you wanting to either be freed up a bit, or you're wanting to make a change, you're wanting to get away. You're wanting to move away, or it could be just metaphoric, in your head. The opportunity you've got to move away, but you lack the courage. So you're possibly holding back on, is something you're holding back on, either to do with this relationship and this heartbreak. There's something you're holding back on. You're thinking about it all for what? Could be to do with this possibly getting away, connected with the Father Swords. He's the Eight of Swords. Ace of Cups as well. 3 flew out. It's a Tower card. The changes are going to be inevitable. You know, whether you want them or not, they're going to come out, and they have to come out. I think that's to do around the heartbreak, around your heartbreak. 2 of Wands, the fire, the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius card tells of a new partnership. There's a new alliance here, and a new partnership going to be formed. Could be something new on the horizon for you. It could be this wrapping up of the 10 of staffs. And we got Judgment. Okay, the light has shone. It's time to wake up. It's time to see, you know, the picture for what it is. It's Judgment time. There's definitely a new beginning, and I think this partnership is to do with possibly the Fool card. That going out there as the Fool and, you know, attracting something new. Could be that partnership. Now we've got the 9 of Wands at the back of this deck, which speaks of, and the 2 of Pentacles. They're all dropped. So we've got the 2 of Cups, unity. We've got the King of Swords. It's that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And we've got the 9 of Wands, which is having security, but with restriction, some restriction. Yeah, in the bottom of the deck we've got the 2 of, isn't this odd? 3 of Pentacles there. Right? Now we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Speaks of having enough money, but also money's been split as a result of either a split up, or a breakup, or a divorce. Your money's been halved, it's been shared, it's been halved. Ace of Wands, that clarifies and confirms that you are going in a new venture. You're going to take up a new venture. It could be this partnership here, and it's a good partnership. Okay, so it could be to do with property, around property. If you take this partnership with your other half, it's going to be a good one, especially if it's to do with property. And we've got the 7 of Swords, which is not such a happy card. It tells you that to be careful of swindlers and thieves, because they're either going to take something from you. That could be a literal take something from you, steal something from you, or it could be steal an idea, or it could be something to do with your other person. But be careful of that. You are going to be moving, and I think now after you've made your mind up, you come out of this emotional situation you're in. Once you've decided, you're going to move away, and you're going to take something with you, but you're going to leave something behind. Now I don't know what that something that you're going to leave behind is, but you're going to leave something behind. Now I'm going to pull some clarifying cards from the Archangel deck. And we want to clarify. Means a lot that came out. Too many. We want to clarify this heartbreak and this time moment. We want to see if there's another message for Cancer. Do we have a message for Cancer? We do. You've drawn the King of Raphael. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Now, I kind of think that's to do with that new venture, that partnership. Something to do with that. Got the 5 of Michael. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Okay, that's another clarifying card. So it's things that you have to, that you need to clear up in your head. You need to gather yourself, come to your senses, and if you got this heartbreak or you got this loss, maybe if you can't resolve it, you need to move on. You need to move on. Yeah, as I say, it's things you're going to think about. On the other side, your partner's, it looks as if he's moving on, but it could also be just moving on in the mind. Because right on top of that, we've got the 9 of Swords, which speaks of being overly worried. And then we married it up with the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, And so we've got the Strength card here. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. So you'd know who that applies to. Maybe it's to the two of you, to the both of you. And find my book. Okay, got it. I want to draw a card from the Akashic deck. That was easy. We've got the 7 of Forces with the balance. So let's go to the 7 of Forces. 163. Let's go to the 7 of Forces. 163. Okay. Almost there. 7 of Forces. Let me see what the overall image is. This card reveals a time of harmony and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, scrolls, and a stack of papers. Shelves of book grace a wall. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems, through the body, through nature, and through society, seek to achieve balance. Stop and consider the part of your life that you can bring into greater balance. During this time, the universe helps you to do so. You may have to confront important legal issues, which is the Justice card we see. You may have to confront important legal issues. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property, which I think, yeah, it is. Now, regarding property, let's just put this here so I can see. There's judgment here. There's judgment, there's justice. Yes. Let's move this out the way. So it's something legal that you may have to deal with. Regarding, let's read that one again. You may have to confront important legal issues. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property. As I said, if you're going to go into a partnership and it is with property, it's going to be a good venture. But you may have to sign papers and check the small print. Inheritance, work contracts, custody, or divorce. Now, this may very well be to do with, as I said, these worry over children or a child. This could be custody, it could be something to do with that. Be patient and pay attention to details and technicalities will be important right now, but things bode well. Justice is at hand. Take heart at the sight of the golden light that washes over the scene, a signal that all issues will come to light and that a beneficial and just resolution is coming your way. Justice, balance in society. The Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to courts and contract situations. Justice and reciprocity are energetic, so the energy you've put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy product is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. So there you have it. I think overall it's good reading. Please, this is as far as I'm going to go, but please, if I can ask you to like, comment and subscribe, Cancer, and let me know how this resonated with you. I'd be pleased to hear your comments. Please leave me your comments. Thanks for being here.